everybody, it's Andrea Mercier, aka Ann Loam, and welcome to my studio. Today is class 8 of 8 of Let's Begin Painting with Acrylics. So today is the last official class with my niece Gina. As I've discussed in other videos, I'm probably going to add some other videos to this playlist in the future. But this is the official 8 classes that she needed to fulfill her program criteria. So that's awesome. I'm so glad. She has done so well. And I asked her, I said, what do you want to do as your last painting? And she said she wanted to do some more abstract. So today's class is going to be a different kind of abstract. So we're going to do a couple of experiments on some canvas paper. So here we go with some canvas paper, the white side as opposed to the beige side. And of course, abstract is very much about color and movement. And I just wanted us to talk a little bit about the color wheel again in this last class. So we have yellow, blue, and red, white, and black. And my expectation in this particular class is going to be about not necessarily mixing the paints on the canvas panel, but to show you how with different movements and blending on the fly, you can get different results. That's what I'm hoping to accomplish today, which will give her and whoever's watching a nice foundation to start painting. You've done highlighting, shadowing, a little bit of perspective, shapes with the first abstract class, how to just kind of be comfortable with bold color. And now this one, we're going to do a little bit of blending, a little bit of tweaking, so that you can start thinking outside of reality, because abstract is about that. It's about reinterpreting reality through the abstract, or reinterpreting a way of looking at something through the abstract. So let me get the paints out and on my palette paper and we'll get started. Okay, so here we are with the white side of the canvas paper. I have white, black, yellow, red, and blue out. As usual, the actual names of the colors are down in the dibbly-doo. I'm going to dampen my brush. And the last time that we did abstract, we painted the black background and we put tape down. We did this. And it was there was no real thinking involved. It was just smack it down and come up with this lovely piece here. So this time we're going to be doing a little bit of thinking. Not, thinking about the outcome, just thinking about our process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take some white. I'm just going to put it out. A little bit of water to let it stay wet for a minute. And then I want to clean the white out. And then I want to take some red and I want to make a mark. I'm going to zoom in so that you can see this. Here we are. See this mark? This is a great mark. We're going to do another mark. So it's doing, because the white is still wet, it does a little bit of its own blending. And then of course it runs out of paint and the texture of the canvas paper comes through. So let's suppose, take a little bit of blue. What if we, so that right here, you can't see it, but there's a little bit of purple because the blue and the red are mixing a little bit. Let's get the blue out of there. Let's get a bit of yellow here. See how by the time it gets out here, it's pulling the blue through and we're getting green. Let me try here. See these marks? These are just abstract marks. Now, the part where I'm thinking is that I'm going 90 degrees. I can change my thinking. I can decide to, I'm just going to put a little bit of white here. I can go at a 45 degree with some white. And again, blend, 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 blend. I would suggest that you only pick 2 or 3 directions instead of random is a thing. You can just make marks all over the place. But if you're going for this look, I personally would go 90 degrees and 45 degrees. I wouldn't want to do anything else in this type of format. I'm going to take some black and go this way. Cool, eh? See how that does its own blending right there? Now I'm just going to go over to the side here and do a smaller interpretation. So I'm going to take some yellow. What if I did yellow this way and then red this way and then blue this way and then white this way and then black this way. See how it's layering over? Now you could let it dry and layer, but some of the cool parts of using a lot of paint on the brush or having a wet background is that you can get this blending and you can keep going. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I am probably going to use a smaller brush. Well, I might use, where's my other flat brush? I don't have another flat brush. Well, I do. I have this one, but I think it's too small, but I have the shader one. So maybe what I'll do is I'll use the big one for the 90 degrees and the shader one for the 45 degrees. Which one's the bigger shader? This one, which is number 5/8 inch. Okay, let me set up the actual canvas panel and we'll come back. All right, we're back. I have my squirt. I'm just going to spray this with some water and then take my paintbrush and clean that out and just get the whole canvas panel wettish, dampish. And I'm going to take a whack of white and just spread that on everywhere so I have wet white paint everywhere because I want it to blend with the other paints as I go. Now, you can do this one of 2 ways. You can be really particular about it and clean off your brush in between each stroke if you want. Or you can do what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to start with a color and keep going, and whatever happens, happens. It's just going to blend however it wants, willy-nilly. Now I'm going to add yellow to this background, just like this. Graduated colors, darker at the bottom, not completely blending, because that's what my vision in my head says. And just listen to the voices in your head. Sometimes you don't have to understand the ideas that come into your head. You just have to let them happen. So here we go. I'm going to take red and I'm going to make a mark, make a mark, make a mark, and make a mark and make a mark. So I've got red and red turning into kind of an orangey yellow. I have to take blue and I'm going to go straight across. And then I'm going to go this way and I'm going to go straight down. The wonderful thing about abstract is you can't do anything wrong. Okay, a little bit of black. Start right here. Go like that. I take up some more yellow. I want to go this way. And some red. And go that way. And then some white. And go down here. Red here. I want blue here. And I want blue here. Like that. And then black this way. Like that. And again, more white this way. And of course my brush isn't clean, so I get the opportunity to go over this one to here. Blue down here. Oh, I have to clean it. It's starting to turn gray. I'm a little bit disappointed that I made more than one mark there. I was thinking I was going to do something else, and I'm not. So I'm going to try to, and I want to go back and do blue here. So it's kind of woven. And then like that. Remember that I have a craft mat here, so this is all wipeable. I can pick this all up. Make sure you have protection underneath before you do this kind of project. I want to change that. I thought I was going to go diagonal, but I'm liking this the way it is. So I need a whole whack of yellow to be up here. Like that. And I need a whack of yellow to be here and here. I'll wipe that off. Okay. I need some red to go across here. And then some blue to actually traverse over here into the white. Lift slowly so they're blending right there. Black. I need a big bold of black right here. It needs to be bolder than that. So add on another layer like that. I need, there's red missing down here, and that's what I'm looking for now. I'm looking for Where can I find some colors that are missing? Nice. And for me, the word that comes into mind right away is roadways. For me, it's a representation of the chaoticness that is travel today. Let me just join that one and drag this one through here like that, and get some more white. I need white here. Like that. I need this to be white or blue over here. And I need a bit of blue up here. Like that. There we go. There is one interpretation of abstract with color. I did this one on the canvas panel. I have now run out of canvas panels, but I'm going to go get some of my other canvas panels and I'm going to play some more with you and do some other techniques, and then Gina, you can choose which one that you would like to do on the canvas panel. I just find it easier to work on this than on the paper. So I'll be right back. This one is an 11 by 14 canvas panel that I found in my drawer. So we'll work with this one next. Let's see, what am I going to do with this? All right, I'm just going to give this a spray. So we did some linear movements. Again, I want to just put a bunch of white down here. I don't know why that is. I just feel compelled to put some white paint down. So this is going to be a little bit more, sorry, this will be a little bit less linear. We're going to do some different kinds of marks. And again, I'm only using the 5 colors from the color palette that we chose to do this series in, but you can use any colors you want. You can blend any colors you want. There we go. Okay, so this is nicely covered with white. And I want to take some yellow. I want to make a circle. All right, and then I still have some yellow paint, so I'm going to just make a mark. And see what transpires from this. I feel that I need a red triangle. want to do is take the yellow and I want to come in here and I want to redefine that out here. Don't know why. I stopped questioning it years ago. It's the yellow needs to be there. And that's how my brain speaks to me. It says there needs to be yellow there. So then blue, I want blue to be a square. Don't know why. Actually, that's fairly normal for me. Usually circles are yellow, triangles are red, and squares are blue. I don't know why that is. I mean, I think that this represents the sun. I'm not sure what, like triangles, fire, red, I can kind of see how that functions, but generally for me, squares are blue, triangles are red, and circles are yellow. In your world, it could be different. Circles maybe have to be black in your world. There we go. And I need a blue mark here. Don't know why. I don't know why. Black needs to go right here. Which is awesome, and for some reason needs to go right here. Like that. Again, not sure why. And that's part of becoming an artist, isn't to overthink or question. It's if the idea comes into your brain, because for the whole rest of your life, everyone says, don't do the first thing that comes into your brain. You know, stop and think before you speak. Don't just blab things out. Art is where you can actually allow yourself to do that. So if you're a person who tends to blurt things out and gets into trouble, very much like I do, then this might give you an outlet to let blurting happen out on the page that you can't get into trouble for. It's just a thought. So for me, this triangle needs to come across here. And it needs to be redder. And it also needs to come across here. Don't know why. I need another circle. I want to use a smaller brush. I actually feel I need a red circle right here. And it blends a little bit, which I like. There. That is super cool. Okay. Now, red. I feel I need a red box right here. Now, again, if you don't want the colors to blend, you can wait in between and allow stuff to dry. but I kind of like the way it blends because you can't predict it and you probably couldn't recreate it even if you wanted to. Just need to lay down more of that red paint here. Here we are. Just needs to be a little bit thicker. So if you put your brush flat this way, instead of up like this, you put it flat. Sometimes, like a cement trowel, you can leave more paint behind. Like that. Cool, eh? All right. I need a blue line. I need to come over here and create a blue line. Oops. Nice. I'm not really happy up here because I had to put more paint down. So I'm just going to try and just get that to be blue here. Maybe widen that out a bit over here. Nice. I also feel there needs to be some blue here. Excellent. Now, for whatever reason, that needs to be filled in with black. Remember, you can use the edge of your brush to get a nice crisp line. There, I like that. Okay. Now, let's turn this back around because for me, this is upright. This area over here needs some blue. I want to make a blue, well, not quite a triangle. For some reason, it feels it needs to be like this. So we're just going to lay in a bunch of blue here. For some reason, I need the yellow showing through. Actually, this blue needs to go all the way down to the red. Don't know why. Now, when we do some of the other classes, I'm going to show you how to do blending with some mediums in lieu of blending with the white paint here. For some reason, this needs to be a bigger box. I don't know why. There we go. Let's smooth that out. Like that. Nice. This needs to be a little bit bigger over here. Oh, I like that. Okay, just add a little bit more blue there. Ooh, perfect. All right, I like that. I like that a lot. All right, okay. Again, don't know why. It just, again, this is a great exercise for stream of consciousness. Instead of stream of consciousness talking, which is what gets a lot of people into trouble, you can channel this into stream of consciousness painting and create some really awesome stuff. I was like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. I need to do something with this blue. This corner up here is missing something blue. I think I'm just going to outline this with blue. And just come in here. Just need a little bit more blue right in here. There we go. Nice. Nice. Okay. So now I feel I'm missing yellow. Although I'm not sure where, because I have yellow here, I have yellow up here, and I have yellow here. So there's no area where yellow is missing. But I think what I'm missing is the intensity of the yellow, because this mixed. So I'm just going to give myself a full on, like from right here with the shader brush, just kind of do yellow within yellow, like that. It's got a little bit of blue on it, gives it a little bit of a yellow green shade, and do that again. Nice. See how it brings back a little bit of the yellow intensity over here? Well, I need don't know why I needed that there. So kind of a bluish greenish yellow. If your paint is pulling, it means you either need more paint or you need some water. Right here I went over. You can fix it. This is a different brush that's dry. It's got a little bit of water on it. I'm just going to push that back. There we go. All right, so I got blue there, got blue there, got blue there, got red there, got red there. And that's one of the things that you're trying to do, right? You're trying to create kind of subconsciously a composition, right? So I've got that smaller shade brush that just stayed in my hand. I want to, for some reason, make some black marks. If you're going to make marks like this, odd numbers are better. Don't know why. There's a good reason in classical art that says that odd numbers are more pleasing to the eyes, and most flowers have an odd number of petals. For whatever reason, I need to make some bigger marks here. And I don't know if it just needs what Patty Totally Parish calls a pop of black. She's an awesome artist. You should check her out, Enki Obsessions. She does abstract art as well. She does more mixed media stuff than I do, but she's a great friend. And she's the one that runs the Baltimore Art Retreat in July that I've been going to and was fortunate enough to teach at this year. Okay, so now my brain tells me I need a black circle. There we go. And I would like to point out how easy it is to make a circle if you twirl the brush. There we go. Like that. Oh, I love it. Okay, so I need to do some white marks to break up some of these dark marks. I think it's kind of cool that I'm pulling the black back onto the white background. Neat, eh? This needs something. What does this need? Keep your brushes clean. So I need some green. I have to have green. We don't have green. We're going to mix some green. So we're going to mix some yellow and a little bit of this blue. I need green. A little bit of white there. Oh, that's a nice green. Okay. I don't know why. But over here, again, I need some green. Just going to like that. And then for some reason this needs to come across here. Don't know why. Don't question yourself. Artistically blurt on the paper. Now this is busier. See, there's the white spaces over here are smaller than over here, so I need to do something over here. I need to extend the circle out here. And it actually needs a lot more yellow. So I'm going to overpaint this with yellow. Oh, I have a dot of paint of water. Crap. Just a little bit of paper towel, soak it up, try not to touch, try not to pat it. There we go. Try not to move it. I'm just kind of filling this in with yellow. I don't really like the green showing through. There we go. Perfect. There we go. And some yellow right here on the tip. Like that. And I actually need to go back with some blue and just do an edge here. Like that. Perfect. All right. right, turn the biggest brush that you have there, your big flat, your 3/4 inch flat, the big brush. Turn it over, put the tip in, make some dots. And the dots get smaller because there's less paint on the end. Five, 6, 7. Nice. I like that. I need more paper towel. I need red. I just feel that this needs to be a little bit more intense of a red. So I'm going to make a box inside the triangle that is a better shade of red. There we go, like that. I like that. Then we need some red over here. Lovely. Those need to be connected. I don't know why. The other ones don't need to be connected, but for some reason those ones need to be connected. There we go. So this is all about playing and experimenting and being okay with whatever. And again, for anyone out there who suffers a little bit from blurtitis, verbal blurtitis, this might actually give them a way to express the blurtitis without getting into trouble. This may be a way for them to have stream of consciousness without words. So I encourage those of you who struggle with just saying stuff that sometimes gets you into trouble, to try something like this, where let's say you're sitting there and you have an idea in your head, and instead of using a word to express it, use a mark to express it. Now, some of this white space here is bothering me. I'm just gonna boop, 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 just until it completely fades away. So yeah, this could be your ticket to express yourself without worrying about getting into trouble. I need a white circle. I need a white circle right here. There we go. I don't know why. I just do. Where was I? Oh yes. Those who suffer from blurtitis. Especially if you're frustrated. I know when I'm frustrated, sometimes I do and or say things on the spur of the moment because I need to get them out of my brain. So this is a way of dealing with that without necessarily saying anything out loud, especially if you're frustrated or if you're mad. You can just come with a little bit of paint and a canvas and just go, blah. And then I like that. This I do not like. I need to cover this up with white. There we are. The wonderful thing about a white background or a black background or anything like that is you can just come back later and cover up some of the things that you don't like. All right. What's the opposite of green? Green is red. There we go. And I feel I need just a little bit of green in here. I don't know why, I just do. Like that. And a green box right here. Don't know why. All right. So, okay, that needs a black box around it. There we go. Don't know why. Something needs to be here. So how about we just, nobody says that it has to be a specific shape, right? It can just be a mark. There needs to be something here. Not sure what. I'm feeling it needs to be yellow, whatever it is. And then it needs to be red this way. end like that. Okay. I'm still not good here. I'm almost done. There's just a few little white spaces that just don't look right to me. So I need to fix them. Oops. But basically what I don't want is a big, huge white space that has nothing in it. This here is bothering me. Don't ask me why, I don't know. And I know that this particular class probably isn't as engaging as some of our other classes because they're not actually teaching you anything. You're watching me experiment out loud. So there we go. I am good. Voila. And of course, yours is going to look like whatever yours looks like. Where is the other one? It's over here. And again, your background doesn't have to be white. You could paint it whatever you wanted. Like I did with this one where I put the yellow down first. But basically, it's about expressing yourself with color, shapes, and movement. And that's all it's about. So I want all of you guys to go and try this. And of course, Gina, I can't wait to see what yours looks like. But it's very freeing. So if you like this experimental video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and use the notification bell so you can follow me on my artful journey and get a notification whenever I put up a new video. I do try to put up at least one every week, usually on Wednesdays, but I do try to get at least one up. In the interim, I hope that you have a wonderful day. I love that you're here with me. It's always better when you're here. Thanks. Bye.